Welcome to Nature's Medicine Cabinet. I'm your host Malik from Plan2BeFit.com. Today we're diving into my personal list of nature's most powerful healing foods. From berries that fight aging to sea vegetables that nourish every cell in your body. We're about to discover how your kitchen can become your personal pharmacy. Whether you're dealing with inflammation, looking to boost your energy, or just want to optimize your health, this episode is your practical guide to eating for healing. So grab your notepad, because these aren't just meal ideas, they're prescriptions from nature itself. Peace and enjoy this podcast.
Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're going to be exploring all these foods that can help our bodies heal and just feel amazing.
Oh, I love this topic.
Me too. We've got some excerpts from a video by this health enthusiast who believes we can use food as medicine.
Okay.
They're all about a diet full of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, you know, the good stuff. Basically, the more diverse our plates are, the better.
And you know, that's such a good point, especially nowadays.
Oh, totally.
With how we're farming and the soil.
Right. It's getting depleted.
Yeah. Eating lots of different foods means we have a better chance of getting all those vitamins and minerals our bodies need.
Exactly. It's like not putting all your eggs in one basket, right? You're spreading your nutrition across a whole garden.
I love that.
So let's jump into some of the specific foods this expert talks about.
Okay.
We'll start with berries. Those are a great example of a small food with a huge impact.
Absolutely. They are just packed with nutrients and antioxidants. It's amazing how much goodness is in those little things.
I know, right? Did you know just 1 cup of blueberries has more antioxidants than any other fruit?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and there's research showing that if you eat berries regularly, it might even help reduce the risk of things like, heart disease and some types of cancer.
So powerful.
They're fighting the big battles in our bodies. And I love how easy they are to eat. You can just pop them in your mouth like candy.
Right. That's exactly what this expert said in the video. Just pop those blueberries like candy.
It makes healthy eating a lot more fun.
It does. And those antioxidants we were talking about, they can help with inflammation in the body and protect your cells, which is linked to aging.
So it's like anti-aging candy.
Exactly.
Okay, we talked about land-based superfoods. What about from the ocean? This expert is also really into sea vegetables.
Sea vegetables are really interesting because they have certain nutrients that are hard to find in foods grown on land, like iodine.
Oh.
And iodine is super important for your thyroid.
Which controls our metabolism and energy, right?
That's it. And, I've heard that people who don't get enough iodine can feel really tired all the time.
Makes sense.
And this expert brought up the people in Okinawa, Japan.
Yes.
They live for a really long time. They're known for it. And they eat a lot of sea vegetables.
I wonder if there's a connection there.
I think so, definitely.
Those Okinawan communities are fascinating. It's like they figured out the secret to healthy aging.
Totally. And their diet, which is so rich in sea vegetables like nori and Irish sea moss, I think plays a big role in that. I actually spent some time in Okinawa and was struck by how vibrant the older people were.
That's so cool.
They just had this incredible zest for life.
That's amazing. So we've got berries for antioxidants, sea vegetables for iodine. What other nutritional powerhouses does this expert recommend?
Well, they're big on nuts and seeds.
Oh, yeah. Nuts and seeds are great.
They're a fantastic source of healthy fats and protein, and they're also packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals like magnesium and potassium.
I usually think of them as just a quick snack,
I know, right?
but it sounds like they're a lot more than that.
They really are. And if you're eating plant-based, they're especially important because they give you those plant-based protein and healthy fats that can be harder to find. And don't forget fiber.
Right. Fiber is so important.
Super important. It helps regulate blood sugar, which can help manage weight and also prevent chronic diseases.
And speaking of preventing those chronic diseases, the expert also talked about leafy greens and how they can help if you're not getting enough magnesium.
That's key. Magnesium is crucial for so many things our bodies do.
Like what?
Well, it's involved in how our muscles and nerves work. It helps control blood sugar, and it's also involved in regulating blood pressure.
Wow, magnesium does a lot.
Yeah.
I've heard that if you're deficient, you can get things like fatigue, muscle cramps, and even anxiety.
That's right.
So if we're trying to boost our magnesium levels, which leafy greens should we be eating?
Spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are all excellent sources. Plus, they're also packed with potassium, which is important for heart health and helps balance out the negative effects of sodium.
Double win. Okay, so leafy greens for magnesium and potassium. What about chlorophyll? I remember the expert mentioned that chlorophyll can help deodorize the body.
Oh, yeah. Chlorophyll, it's that green pigment you find in plants, and it's known for its detoxifying properties. It can bind to toxins and heavy metals in the body and help get rid of them.
So it's like an internal cleanser?
You could say that.
That's awesome.
And it's not just about eliminating toxins. Chlorophyll is also a powerful antioxidant, like we were talking about with berries. So it helps protect our cells from damage, too.
Okay, so we've got berries, sea vegetables, nuts and seeds, and leafy greens. What's next?
Oh, this one is a favorite of mine. Bitter greens. The experts specifically mentioned dandelion greens.
Dandelion greens?
Yes. They're pretty unique because they actually stimulate the production of stomach acid.
Really? I thought we were supposed to avoid too much stomach acid.
That's a common misconception.
Huh.
A lot of people actually have low stomach acid, and that can cause indigestion, and you might not even absorb nutrients as well.
So it's not always about having too much acid.
Nope. Sometimes it's the opposite. When you don't have enough, food doesn't break down the way it should, which leads to all sorts of problems.
So these dandelion greens could actually help with digestion.
Exactly. They help increase stomach acid, which means you digest better and absorb more nutrients.
Interesting. Okay, we've covered berries, sea vegetables, nuts and seeds, and leafy greens, and dandelion greens. Anything else?
Let's talk herbs.
Herbs.
They're incredibly versatile,
Oh, I know.
and they're so easy to add to your diet.
I love putting fresh herbs in my cooking. It really just elevates the flavor.
Me too. And beyond their culinary uses, herbs have this long history of being used medicinally.
Yeah, they are packed with good stuff.
They are full of antioxidants and all kinds of beneficial compounds. The expert specifically mentioned stinging nettle. It's known for being anti-inflammatory, and there's a good chance it can help with pain relief.
Stinging nettle, the one that, well, stings.
That's the one. But when you prepare it correctly, it's perfectly safe to eat, and it has tons of health benefits.
Okay, so how do you prepare it? Do you have to wear gloves or something?
You can buy the leaves already dried. They've been prepared and are ready to go. You can make tea or add them to soups and stews.
Gotcha.
And don't worry, once they're dried or cooked, that stinging sensation is gone.
That's good to know. I'm kind of curious to try it now. So we've got berries, sea vegetables, nuts and seeds, leafy greens, herbs. What else
Yeah.
is there?
Oh, right. We can't forget about fruit.
Fruit. Yes. Tell me all about it. What does this expert say about the wonderful world of fruit?
Well, they really emphasize how cleansing fruit can be,
Okay.
with all that water content.
Right. Hydration is so important.
They actually use this analogy. April showers bring Mayflowers.
Oh, I like that.
It's a beautiful way to think about it.
It is.
Just like the rain washes everything clean and helps things grow, fruit kind of does the same for our bodies.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
And what I love about fruit is you get so much good stuff in just a small serving.
Oh, true.
It's packed with vitamins and minerals and fiber, but it's not heavy or high in calories.
And the flavors. There's just so much variety.
No.
Sweet berries, tangy citrus fruits, all those exotic tropical fruits.
There's something for everyone.
Definitely.
Mhm.
This expert actually talked about going fruit, picking on a farm, and afterwards feeling so full and satisfied.
Oh, that makes sense. When you're surrounded by all that delicious, ripe fruit, it's easy to get carried away.
It is.
And fruit has a lot of fiber, like we were saying, which
Good
helps
say.
you feel full. It's
Yeah.
like your body knows it's getting what it needs.
Yeah,
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
we have.
Berries, sea vegetables, nuts and seeds, leafy greens. We even talked about dandelion greens.
Right.
And now fruit. Is there anything else we need to add to this perfect circle of food the expert talks about?
Well, they don't really mention it as a separate category,
Okay.
but I do think we should talk about whole grains.
Oh, good point.
Those complex carbs are important too.
Absolutely.
Whole grains give you long-lasting energy, they're a good source of fiber,
Right.
and they have a bunch of other nutrients.
So many good options, too.
Oh, I know. Brown rice, quinoa, oats, whole wheat bread.
All the good stuff.
And I think it's important to remember we're talking about whole grains, not refined grains.
So like brown rice instead of white rice.
Exactly.
We want all that good stuff that comes with the whole grain.
Yep, the unprocessed version.
So to sum up our perfect circle of food, we've got fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, leafy greens, and whole grains.
And herbs. Don't forget those amazing herbs.
Oh, that's right.
All that flavor and nutrition they add.
Like little flavor bombs from nature.
I love that.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I have a question for you and for all our listeners out there.
Go.
How can you use all this information we've been talking about today to make changes in your own eating habits.
That's a good question.
What little things can you do to start adding more of these healing foods into your daily routine?
Well, you could try adding a piece of fruit to your breakfast.
Right.
Or maybe swap out your usual afternoon snack for some nuts and seeds.
Maybe try a new leafy green in your next salad.
Ooh, good idea.
Or add some fresh herbs to your dinner tonight.
Even small changes can make a big difference over time.
Exactly. It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress.
I agree.
Every time you choose one of these healthy foods, you're taking a step towards better health and well-being.
You are?
And remember, this is just the beginning of your journey.
It is.
There's so many amazing foods out there to discover.
So keep experimenting.
Keep learning.
Listening to your body.
And until next time, happy eating. It's like we've uncovered all these secrets to good health, and now we get to put them into practice in our own lives.
I love that way of looking at it. And it's a journey, right? It's not about changing everything overnight.
No,
So
absolutely.
small steps, consistency, that's what matters.
Exactly.
And as you start bringing more of these foods into your diet, you'll probably start to notice some pretty amazing changes.
Like what kinds of changes?
Well, one of the first things people often notice is they have more energy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You just feel more vibrant throughout the day.
I know when I'm eating lots of fruits and veggies, I definitely feel lighter and more energized.
And that's because those foods are providing your body with all the nutrients it needs to function properly.
Like giving your body the good fuel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And beyond just the physical stuff, you might even notice a difference in how clearly you think and even your mood.
That makes sense. I've heard about how what we eat can impact our mental health, that whole gut-brain connection.
There's so much research coming out now supporting that.
It's amazing.
It really is.
So it's not just about looking good on the outside, it's about feeling good from the inside out.
Exactly. And as you keep going on this journey with these healing foods, you'll probably find you become more in tune with what your body needs.
What do you mean by that?
Well, as you pay more attention to how different foods make you feel,
Yeah.
you'll start to notice your body's signals more.
Oh.
You'll start to understand what makes you feel good and what doesn't.
So it's about listening to our bodies and giving them what they're asking for.
Exactly. It's about being in tune with those little cues and making choices that really support our well-being.
I love that.
It's empowering, isn't it?
It is.
When we take charge of our own health, when we make those conscious choices to nourish ourselves, it's not just about our physical bodies. It's about self-care, self-love.
So well said. Well, to all our listeners out there, we encourage you to go on your own culinary adventures.
Yes, explore those healing foods.
Try new things.
Experiment with different flavors, and most importantly, listen to what your body is telling you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And remember, every step you take towards eating these vibrant, nourishing foods is a step towards a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life.
Absolutely. Until next time, happy eating, everyone.